Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church, right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And today my special guest is Judge Ransom Duece Jones. Welcome, Judge.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a judge in Beaumont. I'm the county court in Beaumont. I'm justice court judge, which most people call justice of the peace. We're the first rung of the justice system. We handle Class C misdemeanors, non-jailable offenses, unless you do something that would wind you up in jail, as far as contempt of court, not paying your tickets or things like that.
Yeah. Now you're homegrown though, right, Judge?
I am from Beaumont, Texas. The best place in the world to be. I don't think there's nothing better than Beaumont. So yes, I'm from Beaumont. Finished high school. I went to Bethune Elementary, Dunbar Junior High at that time. They wasn't middle schools. They were junior high. And Charlton Pollard High School.
Charlton Pollard?
Charlton Pollard.
Wow, Judge. Now tell us, how long have you been a judge?
I've been justice court judge for about, this is my 12th year.
12 years?
I'm up for re-election right now. This is my re-election time.
It seemed like yesterday that you began sitting on the bench.
Yeah. But, you know what? I tell people all the time, this has to be one of the best things that ever could happen to me. That people from my community took a poor boy from the South End and elevated me up to this level. I really appreciate them. I love them. And I'm going to always do my best for the community, for people in general, but for my court.
Now, one of the things we talked about before was, most people think of justice of the peace in different terms, but you have the same authority as any judge basically in the county. We are judges, and so yes, we do have the same authority as any judge. And a lot of people think that it's just that we hear or we see different types of courts. Let me break it down. The justice court is a court that handles misdemeanors, only C misdemeanors. We handle civil cases up to $10,000. That's where you can sue somebody up to $10,000. Yeah.
Then you have a county court at law judge. They hear B and A misdemeanors. Then from there you move to district courts where they hear all sorts of the cases of
criminal and all that.
They hear the criminal cases. The criminal side, we have two. We have a civil district judge. We have a criminal district judge, and then you have the appellate courts, and then the Texas Supreme Court. So all those things, we have the same power. We just don't do the same things.
And also you told me that another difference is that you don't have to be a lawyer to sit on your court.
Right. And a lot of people, you know what? You don't. Texas is, I guess they carved out a spot where the common people can have a day in court with somebody that's just like them. But people seem to think that you can't, because you're not a lawyer, you can't dispense justice. And I use this analogy. If you have a jury trial of somebody with a death penalty, more than likely 100% of those people are non-lawyers. Yep. But yet they sit and pronounce judgment. All you have to do is be able to hear the case, interpret the case by law, and learn. We're in training every day. We're in training every year. We have extensive training to be able to do some of the things that we do. Yeah. You don't have to be a lawyer to dispense justice. Yeah. And that's something I like, because they do give the common people a chance who can't always afford a lawyer to come in and just tell their story. It's almost like King Solomon. When they come up to him and they say what they said to him as far as the babies, you can, with training, can understand what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah. So, Judge, let's talk about the small claims case. Now, you said that your court can dispense justice up to $10,000.
Well, we call it yes. We can hear cases up to $10,000.
$10,000.
Right. You can sue in justice court for up to $10,000.
Now that's personal property cases, civil cases. Now the process is that the plaintiff have to come and make a petition to the court. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because people come to the court and they asking for help, but there's certain things we can do. We can't. The ladies at the window, they get mad at the ladies at the window, but we can't. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know what.
Right.
You have to come and ask for the things. We can't give it to you. A lot of people get mad at that. Or when they're coming in to sue for what we call evictions.
Uh-huh.
If you live that, and that's the only thing in the justice court system where you have to have jurisdiction, is where you evict somebody. Just say, but if you evict somebody that live in the South End, but you go to the North End court,
Yeah, you can't.
but they can't tell you you're in the wrong place. You're supposed to know you're in the wrong place. And then you use the money, do the things, and you do it wrong, and then they come back and somebody tell you it's wrong.
Right.
And now you're mad at me because you did it wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
When you come to justice court, you have to come prepared. You have to come knowing, basically what you're doing.
Now, Judge, and that means that they need to know the name of the person and the address of the person that they're trying to sue.
On everything.
Not Pookie them, but his real name.
That's believe it or not, you get that all the time. Especially when they say, and all occupants. Well, you can't, what all occupants? If two people sign the lease, you got to sue the two people.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Now, and then most people don't understand that there is also a filing fee that's incurred to the plaintiff, the person that's suing.
Everybody, when you come to justice court, everything costs you a little something.
A little something.
Yeah.
A little something.
It's not as big as you want to go to district courts and things like that, but it's a small fee that you have to pay.
Yeah, for civil court is $51. For eviction is $46, and to serve somebody is $70. So I mean, there's a fee associated.
It's almost like what's it about $116 for certain things. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know the basically total amount.
The total amount.
Yeah, my job is basically when you come to see me. Yes.
Now, go ahead.
You know what? I'm glad you brought this up. This is what I want to say. You can't come to the judge and tell me about a case that's coming before my court. You can't come and ask me about it.
Outside of court.
Outside of court.
Yeah.
Outside, yeah, you got to be. But see, people will call and they come to your office, and they'll call and tell the clerk, no, it's personal. And then they'll come and try to sit in. I say, we can't talk about that. But when you do that, they think that you're not friendly. Or when I pass by,
that's good.
I'm getting ready to go to court. I just pass by and I just, and keep going. And one time I had somebody say, oh, you can't speak, you can't do this. And it's not that I can't speak. I'm going to court. I don't know who court you're in. But just say you come in and I can, you say, how you doing, Judge Duece? This Pastor Short. And then the next thing you in court.
Yeah.
And then the people that heard you saying, well, they know each other.
Yep.
Those type things. It's just a look.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't understand that.
Like if you're at the football game or the basketball game and they got a court case coming up in front of your court, they want to give you hugs and all that kind of stuff.
You can't do that. And people, you're a referee.
Yeah.
Okay, now you understand.
Yeah, exactly.
If the coach come out, y'all barbecuing together, next thing you know, y'all all hanging out together, then you calling his game. And they look
and the opposing coach see that.
Oh man, what's this? And that's what people don't understand. It's in our community, I've had all kind of things happen. I remember one lady, I was in church, we were giving away groceries. And one lady said, you ain't no judge today. And I got some things, and I was like, ma'am, I'm a judge every day.
Every day.
Please don't. I mean, this lady went off. Then her son had his phone. I said, man, y'all need to go ahead, please. No, I was like, DPS guy happened to be working. And I said, ma'am, this man can arrest you if I tell him to. Please leave me alone. And she, you ain't no judge today. He said, yes, ma'am, I can. Please leave me alone. And the funny thing about it was the next day, I saw her in the hallway. I told the bailiff to bring her in the court. And I just talked in general to try to explain to everybody that you can't do those things.
Right.
Man, I have all kind of people doing certain, I can remember one lady, this is just one lady during Christmas, I was going in Bell's, and I opened her, she said, Duke Jones. And and I was like, I've never seen us do the things to us. I've never seen you do it to them.
Right.
Deuce Jones is so bad, the things that he do, all I can do is give you a fine up to $500.
Wow.
Other people give you 10, 15, 20 years in jail. I've never seen it take that.
Right.
It's just how you treat each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a good thing.
And another thing that people don't understand is that even in the process, it might take 6 to 8 weeks in order to serve somebody. And then they're looking at you all crazy because they think that it's supposed to be tomorrow.
I don't think it should not take 68 weeks to serve somebody, but it'll take a while. You can't find it, just like you brought it to them, they might be running from it. The process is always going to be fair. I've never seen the process not be fair as far as getting all the writs and everything to different people. Yes, sometimes it might, because if you're serving a person in Houston, they have to do certain things to get there. We're not leaving Houston. They go send it to Houston.
Wow.
The constable over there. So it takes time sometimes. Yeah. But we're an instant generation. We want everything is right now.
Yeah. Now, okay. So let's just say that I'm suing somebody, and I'm the plaintiff, and they don't show up for court. So what happens in that case?
You're the plaintiff, and they didn't show up for court. Then you're gonna have a default judgment.
Okay.
You're gonna ask for a default judgment that person didn't show up. That is another thing that people get wrong, is that you suing somebody, or the plaintiff sues somebody. I didn't come to court, but I'm letting you know I can't come to court because I got to go to work. Then you lose. Well, I have to go. It's not you're not in school. It's not. I'm not looking for excuse. You have to show up to court.
Yeah. That summons is there for a reason.
I get this a lot. You've been evicted. That's a lawsuit. You've been evicted for non-payment of rent. And say, I sued Pastor Sharp for non-payment of rent. Pastor Sharp going to work, so he gonna send his wife. Can't do that.
Wow. The person that's on the suit has to be there.
Yeah. I'm suing you.
Yeah.
So those things that you get people all the time. But the truth is, some people don't understand, or we don't understand. So when you come to my court, my favorite thing is, if you're old as me, they don't watch Perry Mason.
Yeah.
Those things, or people's court, those things, and then that's how we want to talk.
Okay, now, if a person wins in court, the plaintiff wins, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to, they win the judgment, but that don't mean that they necessarily going to get paid in that sense.
Are you studying this? Because everything that you're saying happens. Yes. It does not mean that you're going to get paid, but they think, well, Judge, when you going to make them pay me?
Yeah.
You try to explain to people, man, we're not a collection agency. You came to court, you won. That's the furthest we can go with it. No, we can't make them pay you. It's other things that you can do to make or to get your payment. It's other things that you can do, but then you don't want to. The thing is this, especially landlords. Why do I have to pay, or why do I have to do these things to get you out of my house and you're not paying them? But the answer to that is,
that's good.
The answer to that is, everybody deserves their day in court. Wow. It's just that simple. Yes, it might be time consuming. Yes, it might be look like you're not winning, but you could be doing some wrong things. Everybody have rights. The landlord has his rights.
Yeah,
the tenants have their rights, and that's what you come to court for, is to see who get their rights, and if everybody's rights is protected, who wins and who loses. A lot of people, well, Judge, I can't move in this time. All we can give you is 5 days to move out of a person's house after they have a successful lawsuit. The other people, the tenant and the landlord might get together after court.
Yeah, make an agreement.
And make an agreement that I'll move at this time. You know, the other day I put up a sign in my office, and I believe that it said nice matters. But in my office, I'd say, or go home.
Yeah, nice matters or go home.
to my clerks. That's to the people that work in my office.
Yeah.
Because it does matter.
How you treat somebody.
How you treat people.
Yeah.
And I don't want them, especially the public, to think that we are insensitive to their needs or to their the things that they want done. So we have to be nice to them. I love to be nice, but I love people.
Yeah.
And so I asked them to take on that. If you want to work here, love people too.
Yeah.
You got to understand that I'm coming to pay you $200-300 for a ticket I don't think I deserve. Well, the office is not there for me to get mad at now.
Yeah.
You're the person.
Yeah.
And if you've been there long enough, you know everybody needs to know how to calm somebody down.
Yeah.
No, it's not your fault, but it's not mine either.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're nice to people, they'll calm down. Now, I'm still don't want to pay the ticket, but at least I'm calm about it.
Yeah. So okay, Judge. So if a person won that case, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna receive the payment, but the plaintiff have another option called an abstract of judgment after 21 days. Right? Okay. So tell us about that.
Well, all it is they're going to go back and try to get their monies, and if they can't get their money, they're going to bring it to the county clerk's office and put a lien against that person.
Yeah.
Or against that business, whatever it was. And that usually gets your money. I tell people all the time, I can't remember when, but we threw somebody a long time ago. My mother-in-law did. And the person wouldn't pay him. But she put that judgment on. But back in those days, I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I was a firefighter. So my mother-in-law died. And the guy who still didn't pay her evidently needed to get remarried.
Ooh.
And that was he needed to build a new house, and he wanted to settle his $9,000 debt with my wife. And I can remember when he said what he said, and I said, no, I don't want to sell. I want wherever the interest and everything is. And it was
a hefty amount, huh?
Yeah, it probably went from 9,000 to about maybe 15 or 17.
Yeah.
And I never forget that. Now, I'm the judge of justice court. Now I see where it can. But we just hope. We hope people would do the right thing. Everybody hope that. But if it's, and most of the time, if you can't come together on what needs to happen, you can go to what we call mediation, arbitration. We have arbitration or mediation in the county, and they are good at what they do. Now, it's not binding.
Yeah.
So if you come to me and we decide let's go to mediation, and you don't like it, then you can come back to court without a cost, and you can do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. But we have in our court, in our precinct, we have good people.
Yeah.
And I've been here almost 12 years now.
Wow.
And I've been having fun ever since now. My good time to me was when I had the children. Times changed, laws changed, and they moved truancy from criminal to civil.
Okay.
And at that point, the school district hadn't sent any kids.
Wow.
And that's what I said, wow.
because you will make an impact in that area. I mean, because you got a chance to talk to those young people about responsibility.
I started in '06. Because I hadn't had 50 or more children come back, or young people come back and say, Judge, you changed my life.
Yeah.
Judge, I've been to the Army. There was one young man, he came back, and he told me about himself, and I was like, man. And I used to follow him. Like, I don't know what it was. It just, he was one of the kids that come from New Orleans when they had the storm.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't want to go to school. Good football player and everything. And I promised, I said, listen, if you do what's right, I'm with you. And so I go see him at school and couldn't find him. His name is Carl. I wouldn't say his last name. I was going down Blanchard Street, who I see walking.
What you say?
I said, get this car. Took him back to school. I said, now, me and you going to be friends. You have to go to school. And I don't know, for some reason, we clicked. And he joined the Navy. Finished school, joined the Navy, came back. I cried like a baby. Because he said what he said. You know, it's like, wow, sometimes you don't see yourself
Make that impact.
making an impact on people. But people watch. You know, Mr. Evans made a big impact on me. And I know I was in the 8th grade. Mr. Evans told me, he said, excuses don't excuse, they merely explain.
Wow.
That stayed with me till now.
Yeah.
Franklin Wesley impacted me. My shop teacher, Coach Wesley. You know Wesley?
No, I'm a little younger.
No, right now we go to the basketball games every year to the state tournament. His name is Frank Wesley. Stick with me, boy. I'm gonna make you somebody.
Yeah.
John Payton.
Oh yeah, man. Nah.
Coach White, James White. So I had a whole lot of people, and I tell people all the time, God take care of fools and babies. And you say, I'm not a baby, so he still take care of this fool.
Yeah.
The blessings, he bless you in spite of yourself, because see, he know the inside. So all those things, man, and that's why I believe this. Judge Brown, I mean, a great man that everybody tries to overlook. Paul Brown told me the best thing a man can do is help somebody. So I help people because they helped me.
Yeah.
Because I could have been anywhere. I would have been anywhere. So I'm happy. Sometimes you're just happy, and sometimes I'm sad, especially when people are not good to people.
Yeah.
And that's what we are now. We are in a time where
It's all about the individual, you know, and not even necessarily about the community anymore. Because I remember in the day where Judge, if you got in trouble down the street, you know, everybody on the block got you, and then when you got home, you got it again.
Or they told on you.
Yeah.
That was something. Now you thought at that time, I mean, lady, that just couldn't her business, but that helped you along the way.
Yes, it did.
The little whippings that you got, well, it wasn't a real whipping, but the whippings that you got back in the day make you understand. But, you know, I'll tell you to a lot of people now that this is going to be the first generation that do worse than their parents if they don't straighten themselves out.
Wow. Do you think that it's because we took the discipline out of everything? I remember, Judge, when I was in school, William Gooseby, he had a paddle, man.
You were there?
Yeah, man, I was there.
Yeah?
I mean, he lit you up.
That's one of my frat brothers.
Yeah, he lit you up, man. And
Mr. Gooseby. Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't think it's the lack of. It's no consequences for nothing, and it's no. You want to treat everybody the same, and you can't do that with. You don't make everybody that make an A, so everybody can't come to the party.
Ooh, that's good, Judge.
Everybody, and that's what they doing. We don't want to hold nobody back or treat them differently. But the world will. You can't, okay, me and you go to be a doctor.
Yeah.
You make A's and I make C's. What doctor you going to choose?
The one with the A.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? So we have to we value our grades. We value how smart you are. That's a value. It's not a put down to the other person. It's just the value.
But,
and we don't. We want to make, okay, you didn't make an A today. Okay, well, if you didn't make an A today, you don't get the ice cream today.
right.
You keep striving to make that. That's what this is about. It's the training of our children.
But Judge, now these days, everybody gets to win. There are no losers anymore because,
But that's in school.
I mean, because
That's not in life.
look, exactly.
And that's where the big drop off is. We get people who actually think and that's not the way.
Yeah.
Life is not like that. I'm going to get the best. If I'm sick, I'm going to get the best doctor I can.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to get the best electrician, I'm going to get the best carpenter. Everything that my money can buy, if I can buy the best, I'm going to try to buy the best.
Right.
And that's what we need to in our education system. And when they change the law, and when I say that, it's a crime. Well, no, as a judge, you can fix all that. But it gets you a chance to see the children. It gets you a chance to see the parents and let them know, hey, man. And some of them just need a push.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is what's going to happen. It's hurting our children.
Yeah.
The prison, if we have 100% of the prison population, 90% of the prison population, they in prison because they what? Uneducated or undereducated. Out of the 90% of those prisoners, about 75% or 80% of them look like me. They're black and they're brown. Now, you got all those people in prison because of what? No education. No education started with truancy.
Yeah.
Them missing school and doing the same thing. So nobody's checking them, nobody's correcting them. And they end up in our system, which is business. Some say it's good business.
It is big business.
But it's, the thing is that we can come back at it. Why would we put people in prison when we have productive people? Me and you, we spend this Christmas $15 billion.
Wow.
And these are the things that we need to understand. And now there's no finance. We have money to spend. $15 billion. We spend more money in some third world countries, just our community, in the United States. And you can't expect nobody. I don't see a big ATB in my community. We spend more money than anybody. I don't see a car business. It's a lot of things, but it's the reasons why. And those are things that we need to address. Education take care of all that.
Now, in mentioning education, I mean, we look at our current condition in our school system, and I mean, you go back to some of these remedies that you're discussing now, and see that that's part of the issue that caused us to be where we are today.
I guess. Our school system, I hadn't been following it since Dr. Thomas left. It was open. You can go in. Public was, I don't know what they're doing now. And I hadn't been. But I can tell you this without going. If you can give me a reason for not doing what's right, I'll give the little money I have. It's always right to do what's right. I'm hearing about the schools and the changing of the schools. Central, they're closing Central, probably for good reason. And they're moving, I think, everybody to Ozan. And they're going to change the names. They're going to do some things. I just was brainstorming. I said, hey, to galvanize our community. Because right now, this big bomb is going to explode and it's going to scatter us. To galvanize us, to galvanize the community. BISD, the board of directors or whatever they are there. Just one man's opinion. I take that school, if that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get all my people together, and I'm going to galvanize my community. I named that school Charlton Pollard Hebert, or Hebert Charlton Pollard High School. Or I would name it Barack Obama High School. And let's see if that would galvanize our community. That's all we want. To come together, to be fair, and to get our children educated. That's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
And we can debate the colors, and we can debate the mascot. Other than that, that's what I would do. Let's name it Central, or this was Omaha High School, or let's get, you know, that's not, why? Why would you get the name? And you're pushing everybody over this way. That's racist. You're taking Charlton Pollard and you're taking Hebert and you're putting them together. Charlton Pollard, Hebert, Hebert, Charlton Pollard. Yeah, that stops the fighting, that stops the whatever you think is going to happen. Or you name it Barack Obama High School. The first African-American president. And we're all proud of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are things. If they, if that's be something that they would look at. Once again, that's one man's opinion.
Well, listen, I want to thank the judge for coming to talk to us today, to share with us on what's happening in our neighborhood. Hey, listen, he's in Precinct 6. And so if you have any kind of matters for a small claims court, a debt claim, a repair and remedy case, or eviction, listen, you can go to his court. Now, you need to know what you're doing before you get there. It's not their responsibility to give you information about how to proceed when it comes down to being in his court. And like he said, he has the same jurisdiction, the same responsibility as every other judge in this county does. And so again, if you have to be in this court, be prepared to go to court. So I want to thank you for joining us today. I want to thank you for joining us today on what's happening in our neighborhood. And we will see you next time on our broadcast.